Hello to the one person watching. How are you? How's your day going? A little bit of a later start today on the stream. Normally I start at 12. Today I'm starting at 1 because I had a meeting at 12. Kind of a one-off important meeting, but glad to be with you today. Hello, hello. Oh, hello? Yeah. The address would be okay. All right. I'm back. You want to hear the most annoying hold music ever? It was cute for like the first 2 minutes, and now it's just, it's very, very irritating. So I will put this all the way down. Did you guys hear me giving out my, yeah, sound is on now. Yeah, because I was giving out like my personal information. So I love you guys. I'd prefer not to share that with you right now. So what happened, and it's something so silly because I can just fix it on my side if it does happen, if it does go through. But I wanted to see if it would be like just a 2-minute process to carry it out. But I saw a transfer that I didn't authorize, and I'm thinking like it may have just happened. So I transferred from my checking account to my savings account on the 15th, and it looks like the same transfer is being repeated, scheduled on the 21st, which is so annoying. And I wanted to cancel the transfer, not even sure if they can do that. So if that transfer does go through, what I have to do is just make sure I have enough money in my checking account to cover it. And if I don't, then I'll get an overdraft fee. that I'd have to ask the bank to remove. It's just so annoying. So, and I didn't authorize that transfer, but I made a similar transfer earlier, last week. I don't know. Oh, so you don't need to hear about my hassles. But hello, happy Monday. How are you? Hoping that you guys looks dirty, or is that my screen? No, that's my screen. That's hilarious. I'm like, is there dirt on my microphone? Nope, there's dirt on my screen. So she's putting me on hold to try to straighten it out on her side. I'm 90% sure she can't on her side. She can't cancel the transfer once it's already gone through, and I know that. So I may just have to put you guys on pause and come back to you, or pause the sound for a bit. But so I actually have a topic in mind for this stream, and that topic is gathering assets, especially on a low income. Danny Walker, it's a savings account from a checking account. So hello? Nope. So I moved money from my checking account into a savings account because I set up my automated transfers. In this case, because I get paid 2 times a month. That's a true 2 times a month, not bi-weekly. So I try to make that money last. So I immediately transfer half the paycheck into my savings, so it's not even sitting in my account. And that's what happened. Minnie is saying you almost did the wrong thing with your Wealthsimple account. Yes, need to move. It's just so annoying. And then again, 90% sure she's not going to be able to do anything about it. Because I've tried this before and they haven't been able to do anything about it. Or in other situations similar to this where transfers have been scheduled and people, the representatives can't do anything about it, which is fine. That's not their fault, and they can only do what they can do. So I just painted my nails, so I'm like looking at them, see if they're dry yet. So the topic is going to be gaining assets, especially on a low income in a high cost of living area. So that's what I'm kind of looking at for today. And I'll kind of put an interesting question to you. This is also loving this get ready. Sorry, guys. Because I've been thinking about that lately, gathering assets. Checking my account. Yes, same, Minnie. I keep checking my accounts until the transfer is over too. So let's talk about, so the topic again is gathering assets, gaining assets on a low income and a high cost of living area. And I'll come back to this, but I just wanted to check in so far. We're on the 20th. We're 5 days till Christmas. Very exciting. Danny, first rule of asset gathering, find a better banking partner. Well, yeah, I mean they've been fine. Capital One is fine. It's just and I'm sure this is related to the holidays and the volume and whatnot. I'm sure it's just this is a one-off. This is not their usual. Usually what happens with them. But I also have an Ally savings account, and I like that much better. I've just always had this Capital One account, so I just keep it open for that reason. Okay, so what's going on, I guess, in terms of income? I sold just in the last 3 hours, I sold 3 pretty high ticket items. Lately work. Necessary, you're welcome to hop on if yeah, so I just sold 3 pretty high ticket items and got payment for them. So that's really exciting on eBay. And I'm like, yes, it's like a little teeny tiny Christmas miracle. So that's very exciting. Human and trading. Have you heard of Savers Credit? I have not heard of Savers Credit. What is Savers Credit? Danny Walker, what about mortgages, low interest financing, and then leveraging the property to use as a down payment for another? Buy undervalued property and rental plus capital appreciation. Sure, I think that's a great asset. If that's what floats your boat. Is that what you're doing right now? What is Savers? I'm very curious now. Human in training. Savers credit. What is that? Sound retirement savings, contribution savers credit, a tax credit eligible for contributions to your IRA. Nice. Ooh, I'm looking it up. This sounds great. I will do more research on that. Human in training. That sounds very fun. Danny Walker. So, do you own real estate right now? Are you a real estate investor? So, this is actually why I wanted to talk about assets in general. So, this is where I am, and I'm really. So, I had a call with my money mentor last week, and again, I've known this guy for 10 years, and he's done really well for himself. And I just know I've known him for a while. And the thing is, open an LLC and inject some cash in your company, and then do some trading until you have good cash flow. Danny Walker, to start investing. That sounds really company's name and pay your company rent. Sure, that sounds like a powerful strategy. Is this what you're doing, Danny? Do you is this how you own a house? Do you have an LLC that you buy real estate in? Because that would be a great. Hello, Roland Holland. Good to see you. Hi. How's it going? Going out there. So this annoying music you hear is the hold music. I fully expect the banking representative to come back to me with saying that she can't do what I would like to do. So we're just waiting on hold for that. I may have to hop off to take a call, or I may have to mute the stream just for that. I'll be back, guys. I won't leave you. So after meeting with this mentor on the 16th, he looked at my numbers and he was like, you've got a really modest net worth. Like you're not making a lot of money in a very high cost of living area, actually the second highest in the nation. No, I don't know, Manhattan, New York City is the highest cost of living in the nation. The Bay Area is number 2. So super high cost of living. And I'm making very, very little. And he was saying, you need to do something about this. And I told him again what my numbers were. And he's like, you've got a very modest net worth. And I'm like, you telling me? So he gave me some suggestions. And one of the things he said was to value my skills in the marketplace by at least double. He said that my skills are probably worth about double in the marketplace. Kids coming out of college are getting what I'm getting out the gate. So he's saying you need to start looking to be valued higher. 100%. So the thing about that is you have to find a marketplace that will value you at that higher rate. So, and there are pros and cons to staying with my company. So that's thing one. Thing two is, and Danny, it's interesting you're talking all about this real estate, which I firmly believe in real estate. I've been going to a real estate meetup on and off for about 2015, 6 years now. And I try to stay kind of up on what's going on in real estate in my area. The thing is, with my net worth, and I'm about to write an email to my mentor and say, hey, what do you think about me investing in real estate? Do you think that's a smart idea? And I am 100% positive that he would tell me at this point, that would be crazy. It would be crazy for me to invest in real estate with the net worth that I have right now. So, that's my boss. Yes. Hello. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. I'm here. Hi. Yes. Okay, we're back. Okay, so actually that was great news. Much better than I thought. It was just the same transaction, they said. It was, not a new transaction, just the same transaction, and it should drop off by tomorrow, which is annoying that it took 5 days to process. So, that's just where we are. Okay. Just got some work requests, also kind of annoying. Yeah, so going back to the comments, Minnie, that's what I'm hoping for going back to college for an accounting degree. Oh yeah, right out of college. I mean, so Minnie, what were you hoping for going back to college? I mean, that's great. So congratulations to you. And then Danny, usually best to buy under your net. Sure, yes, yes, absolutely. For me, this is all very theoretical about how to buy real estate and whatnot. Um, do you yourself buy property like this? Adam, hello, how are you? Minnie, yes, that's a good plan. Accounting degree for sure. Can you handle being landlord? No. And some people get a duplex. No. And have a tenant live in their connecting unit. Like to me, that sounds horrible. Like no, absolutely not. I do not want to be sharing a wall with someone. No, I don't want that pressure. I don't want that stress. No, absolutely, 100% not. So and again, I have a person that there's someone that is very well meaning, I'm sure. And I appreciate the intent behind what this person's saying um, about buying real estate. I think he's talking about long distance investing in areas that are lower cost of living. But for me, that just makes no sense right now, especially given my net worth and the area that I live in now and my own personal cost of living. It's just ridiculous and a terrible idea in terms of risk, because that's the number one thing I do agree with um, with Dave Ramsey on is that debt represents risk, and there's no like that makes no sense for me to take on that amount of risk. And I kind of and again, I appreciate this person's intent. I kind of want to say like, and again, I'm about to send an email to my money mentor to see to get his feelings, so I can say, you know what, my mentor suggests that I not do that at this time. Anyone who's interested in a savers credit is a tax, yes, tax break on a low income based on contributions to an IRA or 401k. Find out more. The thing is, I wonder what they're considering a low income, because usually it doesn't vary based on location. Yes, many out of college are hoping for part-time employment. Got you. There's your answer. You do not need to do real estate. I know. And this person, like, again, I appreciate their intent. This person is just again really well-meaning, but I'm like, and again, I think real estate's fantastic, and I think it's a very good way to gain wealth. It's also tremendous risk that I do not have the capacity for right now. So stop asking. Okay. And I mean, I know this person can do stocks and whatnot. It's just not for me at this point. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Yes. My mother is moving from Canada to Florida to buy a place. She's out there now and making it happen, changing her nursing job position. Excellent. Congratulations to your mother. I will be in Florida actually over this new year. So it's a warm place to be in the cold, cold winter. Yes. Oh, Danny, for sure. I mean, Danny Walker. Yes, I do have a company. I'm just a sole proprietor right now because there's no other need. I don't have a payroll. So that's the reason why I'm just a sole proprietor. Um, so, so Danny, what do you do? I guess. Thomas Bessenbeck. Well, hello. Thank you for your comment. Sorry, guys. I'm chiming in. My work. So my work break is over. We had a call over that lunch break, and now we're all kind of diving into work stuff, which is annoying. Okay. Minnie, she keeps getting priced out of the Toronto market. Yeah. MR, keep investing into ETFs. Yeah, or REITs, real estate investment trusts. I mean, that just sounds like hello, and you get all the reward but none of the risk. That's what my mentor does. He doesn't need to bother with like finding a property manager and like rehabbing, like doing work on a property. Are you kidding me? Like that is just not my interest at all. And I mean, I can barely keep up my current residence. Like forget doing renovations on another property. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person has no idea. Um, yes, I've heard Toronto real estate is insane. Roland Holland, I agree. I moved in a smaller house because I wanted to invest in real estate but didn't have the resources. Yes, I think you have to go with your risk tolerance 100%. Danny Walker, can you transition to another company for a higher size? Sure. I mean, why? Sure, of course. But is it worth the hassle to do that? And I don't want to say hassle, but is it worth the potential risks once more to do that? Um, okay, let me start with this. Yes, this will be a net wealth increase. Yep, sure. Again, couple of things. It's not just me in the equation at present, which I always kind of knew that it wouldn't just be me. And this is fully something that I'm choosing to do. If it were just me, I would probably, and I'm really gunning for a move to Delaware because that's a lower relative cost of living. Excuse me, I feel like I've been talking a lot. So yes, Danny, what do you do? I mean, this is a lot of theory. Which I think is, I mean, I agree with all of these things that you're saying. So move to a lower cost of living area, yes, and make more money, yes, sure, yes, 100%, absolutely. That's the plan. Yes, banks cap their return and diversify risk, and owners cap risk and maximize return. Yep, for sure. Who said that they moved? Yes, Roland Holland, you moved to a smaller house in 2018. Personally, I would really like to do that. I would like to move to a smaller house. Ugh. Yep. I would love to move to a smaller house that's easier to maintain. And then invest the rest. That would be my preference. Yes, Danny, thank you. I see all your comments. Yes, absolutely. Tell me your story. Tell me what you do. Yeah. If I can live on my savings long enough to take my company seriously to make it work and generate enough. That's not really my plan right now. Right now, my plan is to keep working at my day job because I enjoy it. And at this point, I would want to bank at least a year or two of salary before I even think about leaving. That's not really on my radar at the moment. Taking my company seriously absolutely is, for sure. And that's something that I am working towards. I'm in a couple masterminds with some really, really great people, people that I really look up to because they're doing these things. So Danny, please tell me more about your story, what you are doing. Because again, I agree with all this in theory, sure. But for me, I am working on playing it out in my own life and seeing how I do that. Exactly. Yes. You burn the 12, 16-hour days for 2 to 3 years. Yes. To generate a client portfolio that can sustain you. Yes. Or you create passive income. I mean, that's what I'm focusing on. I don't really see myself having a client portfolio. I mean, some clients, sure, but I don't want that to be the bulk of my income because right now what I'm doing is barely passive, and I would like it to be even more passive and to head in that direction. So my goal is not to build up a client portfolio. Thomas Bessenbeck, is a smaller house possible? I thought you were not living alone. I'm not. I'm sharing with my mom. We're roomies in the house that I grew up in. So I kind of living in my childhood bedroom, which the way it's going, the way that it's going, I don't see selling on the horizon. I mean, we've talked with several realtors, and what they've given us is just not what we would like to get. And this is my mom's basically her largest asset. So I want to be respectful of her during this transition because it's not mine to sell. The house is not mine. It's not my asset. It's not my decision to make. It's I we both have taken the gotten the information we need to make the decisions that we need to make. And for now, the decision is to hold. um, yes. So a smaller house for the two of us at the moment, it just isn't possible, and it wouldn't make sense to have two separate households going when we could easily have one and live better, have a higher quality of living in this one house. Human in training, single, under 34K, married, under 68K. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Single, under 34K. Yeah. So that's not something that I would qualify for. Human in training, we're talking about the savers tax credit. So kind of annoying. Because 34K, you couldn't survive alone as a head of household on 34K unless you're living with someone sort of off the books. There's no way you can survive on 34K in this area. Danny Walker, you have a B-Sci MBA, an exec for startup, stock portfolio, low realized gains, high unrealized gains. Good, cool. Do you have your own company? Is that how you run your real estate sort of portfolio? Is that what you do? The truth is, if you never get equity, you will never grow. True. Absolutely. Oh, 100% true. Yes. And that is 100% my goal. That's why actually I threw away my the rough draft of my product. This is my first product, my book that I'm working on, my workbook that I'm working on. I'm super excited about that because the more I read it, so I did a copy edit over the weekend and I'm excited to get a hard copy bound and printed. That will be my first official product with, good Lord willing, many more to come because I really enjoy creating materials. So budget 22, including your comparison. Yes. Okay. There we are. Okay. Yes. So you need equity. Absolutely. Yeah, yes. So where are we going, Roland? Roland, the mortgage is lower than rent, so saving, investing has been a lot easier. Cash. Good job. It's been 3 years, managed to save enough to move into another primary residence in about 20 days. Yay! Congratulations, Roland. That's awesome. Many affiliate marketing over time could increase your income. I'm actually seeing that bit by bit, little by little. Takes a long time, and you got to do market for the right things. So that's true. Consumption goes up. Danny Walker, consumption goes up for FIRE people when they retire because they want to start enjoying life. Yes, absolutely. Roland Holland, and I will not be selling. Oh, definitely not during the winter. Yes, the market is usually cooling off around this time, but spring is a great time for an appraisal. Yes, great news. Yes, that's a great great point. Minnie Riley, wow. Sometimes I have affiliate sales that come in for 1,000 or more. Wow. What products are you an affiliate for, Minnie? So in my other channel, I actually did a review for luggage that I really enjoy. And I just tossed it up like a look through, I forget what I called it. I did a pack with me and I did a luggage, a review. And that I did that about 6 months ago. And that's still generating, that so far has been my largest source of affiliate income. People like that luggage and they click through and they buy something on Amazon from that. So Minnie, I'd be interested to see what products of yours or what affiliate products bring you sales of 1,000 or more, or commission, I guess, of 1,000 or more. You may want to look into inheritance tax. You may want to migrate assets prior to kin death. Yes, yeah, for sure. She's not allowed to die anytime soon. My mother is 68. She's not allowed to pass away, but I understand that estate planning doesn't happen. You should do it before you need to. I fully understand that. As far as the asset goes, I actually have no idea what we're planning to do. I need to ask her because I know what she doesn't want. I know what she doesn't want to do. So, got somewhere to start with what she doesn't want to do. I just want to sell it and then I don't know. I know, and then maybe give an amount each year she's alive that like the max you can give. I think it's like what, like $18,000. that's tax-free, and then maybe just give that each year going around. Um, do you have a family? That's interesting. Not on real estate. Yes, absolutely. People never see inheritance tax coming, especially on real estate. Yes, I have seen this for sure. Do you have a family or investors who can back you pre-seed capital or buy inventory? So, no, I don't. I mean, the thing is, a couple things. So I've had someone offer actually, but this is a weird situation. This person, um, so this person offered to like if I saw a good deal to go in on it with me, but then he wanted me to come speak at an event, and he wanted me to like guarantee a certain number of paying guests or like cover a minimum. I was like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like, no. Um, so, I mean, I know there's a lot of reciprocity. So the short answer, Danny, it would be amazing if I did. I'm sure that if I really had my eyes open for that type of thing, I could find it. I just haven't been looking for it at present. Um, okay, that's there. This back. My boss asked for something. I have to give it to him. Danny, I feel you're so close to jumping in. But you're not there yet. For real estate, absolutely. That's not my primary focus. I would rather focus on increasing the value of my skills and using that to generate capital, generate returns in the market. So increasing the value of my skills and getting my income up. Many, I stick with the online education niche. They call it high ticket because commissions are $1,000 or more. What area of education are you in? Because there's some that I just personally haven't been exposed to. And I think many, I know who you are. I think I know a little bit about it. And hey, if that works for you, that's amazing. If you can find a partner, you can jumpstart real estate and share a high value home and mortgage. Yeah, but then you're bound to you got to do what they say. You take their money, you take their calls, is how my fiance talks about it. He's actually in tech as well. So he has some exposure to that world. Do you feel like that destroys your autonomy? I feel like that would be a trade-off I mean, that would be awesome. So I would be for sure open to that. Marriage partnerships are a good signal to investors, but people do like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. If you've ever seen the movie The Departed, there's a good line about marriage in there. We both kind of chuckle about that. So, yeah, that would be awesome to find. The way you're saying it is to find an investor, set up a company, have the investor invest, buy a high ticket home on a mortgage, have the company pay the mortgage, and then I just keep using my credit card and paying it off every month for the credit score. So that would be really cool. I'd love to do that. I will keep my eyes open for that type of a situation. But again, I just wonder about the autonomy because I wouldn't want to give up control of my life and have to answer to an investor. But if they were chill, cool, hands off, like a Santa Claus type investor, oh my goodness, 100%. One sec. I give this to my boss. Here is CW. I'm just singing a little song here for you guys. I should probably put that on my vision board. I would love to put that on my vision board, like a giant, this is my dream. I'll have to add that, Danny. What is it called? Usuf fruit? What is that? Usufruit. That is interesting. I will have to jot that down, Danny Walker. That is interesting. Usufruct. What is that? Tuning in a bit late. Mondactyl. Yes, this is about gathering assets. Not the best passive stream, so I guess side hustles. So what I guess what are you, I don't, on Dactyl, I'm not sure what you're saying. This is about gathering assets, not best passive streams. So I guess side hustles. So assets as in something that puts money into your bank account. Nice. I like that, Danny Walker. I like that word that you just dropped into the using an asset you do not know. Yes. But then I guess how would you build your own personal, like gathering your own personal assets? So, yeah, using your side hustles to purchase assets, be that stocks, real estate trusts. Yeah. So, what's the best way to gather assets? Somebody in a previous stream had dropped a comment in on the order that you should buy assets. It was like 401k, IRA, stocks, shares, and then finally real estate. And then that's kind of the order I agree in, just for my own level of risk and desire to be involved. Using an asset you do not own. Adam working on videos, articles, and workbooks. Yeah, sure. Yes, and I know, see, there are people that make workbooks, books, products, courses, things like that. There are people that make like 7 figures on that. I think of there's a doctor that makes 7 figures on YouTube, and I wonder about that sometimes. I think his name's Ali something. I'll have to look him up because yes, that's absolutely a way to do that. Adam, mini online business marketing education. I just stick with it because I make sales, but I built an online brand since 2003, starting as a cam model, so the crossover was easy for me. Um, yes, mini. That's great. That's wonderful. If it's netting you sales of over 1,000, that's great. And so I guess my question is, how do you translate that into assets that you can keep? On Dactyl, if so, I feel like some of the Upwork jobs can be pretty decent for copywriters. Yeah, a lot of new fintechs and personal finance websites need copywriters to create contents. Ali Abdal, am I? That name sounds familiar. Let me check it out. On Dactyl, am I? Yes. Yes, I am. That's exactly who I'm talking about. Yes. That's it. That's it. So here's the thing I have noticed about so this about high income earners. So this guy Ali Abdal, he's a physician who I guess he either transitioned into YouTube and like an online type creator marketplace. He's now making 7 figures, but the thing is, the same skills that got him into medical school and that made him a physician are making him 6 figures. So if you're at that level of mindset and productivity and I guess thought, habit, training, you're going to make that money, whether, in whatever industry you're in. So I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, absolutely, Minnie. I just invest in my tax-free accounts, TSFA and RRSP. Yep, absolutely. Hopefully before 60 you can buy a house. Yeah, that's the goal, isn't it? That's me too. Hopefully before I'm 62. That is the goal. For sure. Am I free at 2? I am. Yes. So, company legendary marketer to learn how to sell more of your online products. Cool. Mini legendary marketer. Very cool. Sold off some shares to buy our first property. Nice. And then we did the same for the second one. We'll go back to saving and buying stocks after we move in. It just takes a lot of patience. Yes. Roland, absolutely. Congratulations again. So you have 2 properties, and I think, did you say you were buying? You're moving into a new property. Is that what you said, Roland? But you're not going to sell the old one? That's awesome. Would I want you two to be that thing, like reaching out for partnerships and collabs for the sub count to grow, or is this mainly to journal and talk? I would love to do collabs and partnerships, and I've been offered a few. I'm like, for me, this is more. It's a like a happy thing that I enjoy doing, and I feel like if I were responsible to um, like an advertiser, or that would be something that I would need to um, that would take the joy out of it if I had to make them. Like I can tell some people that are just making videos because they have to. And sometimes, like, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I just like my Friday videos, my Saturday morning videos. I just make them because I that's something that I do. There's a channel that I just watched, and she had a partnership, and I'm like, I could tell, I'm like, you don't want to make this video. You're just doing it because you had this sponsorship and you want the money. So, which is fine. I think that's fine. It's what you do by showing up to work every day is, you say, I really want to lay in bed and do nothing, or I really want to, live my own life, but I'm showing up here because I want the money. One and buying a second one. Yes, Roland Holland, awesome. Aw, Thomas, it will take a long time for me to be 60. Thank you. You're very kind. Yeah, so you're Roland, you have one, you're buying a second one, but you're not going to sell the first one, right? In the winter, especially, but an appraisal in the spring, which is a great idea. Jesus, your opinion on infinite banking. Jesus, you'd asked this before, and I meant to look into it. I don't think I have. Yes, Thomas, that's a great idea to invest in stocks and build up your portfolio to be able to pay some of your fixed expenses in the future. Absolutely. What is this infinite banking concept? And I knew I'd meant to look at it. It's his or her own banker. Yes. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Jesus, yes, that sounds very cool. Whereby you become your own bank. Absolutely, that is a great idea. Um, yeah, it's funny. Um, it's interesting too as I think about what I want YouTube to become. So my brand, Well Behaved Wallet, is something that I'm actively working to grow by just creating more products, and that to me would be the best way to grow the brand. So I am looking at Ali Abdal. So interesting because I don't know for me personally if I could at this point represent a product or a company that I wasn't passionate about. I don't know, say passionate about, but I don't want it to look so obvious and so painful. Like some of these people I see making videos and I'm like, wow, it just looks painful. Um, so I don't want that to be me. But at the same time, I'm like, they're probably making like quadruple just times 100 what I'm making. So um, it's a trade-off, I guess. On Dactyl and YouTube marketing for Well Behaved Wallet. Ali's revenue is mostly YouTube. Yes, he just said I guess he has an income report. Yes, I could imagine most of his money is from YouTube. I wonder if that's just AdSense or sponsorships, partnerships, things like that. I'm not sure. I'm actually going to look at him more. A lot of buyers, exactly. Many you don't need a lot of buyers to earn six figures. You just need repeat buyers. Yes, absolutely. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, Jesus. Infinite banking is when you take out a life insurance policy, then after paying in a certain amount, you borrow money backed by the policy amount paid, which allows your money to grow without disruption because the money you take out is borrowed money. Interesting. That's very interesting. I have not really explored that. And is it tax free money because you've already paid it in? How do taxes work on that? Because it's your money, right? I don't know. That would be an interesting way to connect. All right, guys. I have to end this live stream because I'm gonna get back to work. So my day job. Yeah. So I will look forward to hopefully, fingers crossed, connecting with you tomorrow at 12. Back to the regular time. So thank you all for joining me on this live stream. It has been fantastic to talk to you. And I look forward to speaking with you more. Thanks, guys. Bye.